Den with Katie and Lala and James for free, you would have gotten another 6 figures. So I would have taken the money and I would have run personally, but we didn't get there. We didn't get there. We're not there, you know, but yeah, but I don't know. I think I'm upset because I want Raquel back on the show. I really do. I just would have loved, it's not like I like Raquel. I would have loved to have seen this be worked out, but she's talking on our podcast still. So that's what I don't get. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't get like, and I also don't understand. I mean, I guess as the weeks go on, she could address what's being said on the show, but where does a podcast go? And I'm not coming for her, but where does a podcast go that is just talking about one thing? Sandoval and this whole situation. At some point, Puppygate, Munchausen's, Esophagate, we're going to get tired of talking about the same thing. So I just think there has to be a plan here for Raquel about what comes next. Like, girl, you're going to have to start branching into other territory. I mean, right? But the one thing she said on her most recent episode of her podcast, I really need to charge money for this because I'm getting a lot of shout outs. She said that if she explained the real reason that her and James broke up, it would ruin his life. Now, here we go again. Crystal Kung Minkoff. Crystal Kung Minkoff, who says that, you know, Sutton said something so dark and we're not going to be privy to it. It's like, fuck you, Rachel. Okay. But if she explained it, the real reason her and James broke up, it would ruin his life. I'm sorry. Just like where you're implying, Crystal, that Sutton said something so racist, Raquel, to me, this implies that James said something that basically hit you. That's where my mind goes. My mind goes that there was physical violence and that he got mad at you and pushed you or shoved you, something like that, right? I mean, am I wrong? Where does everyone's mind go when Raquel says, if I revealed the real reason James and I broke up, it would ruin his life? Now, I'm open to suggestions. Slip into the comments, DM me. What do you think? I mean, am I being dramatic here on a Saturday morning in New York City? Am I overly doing something here? I don't know. That's where my mind goes. So girl, spill it out. Come on. Kyle and Morgan Wade. We all know, because I did my little emergency show earlier in the week. Morgan deleted Kyle. Kyle deleted Morgan. I said, what does this mean? Well, apparently a source says they are still good friends and that Morgan has a new project and she has cleaned her Instagram. I love how all these celebrities, like Justin Timberlake, shut the whole thing down. I mean, after the whole Britney army came for him and started over. Madonna has done it for the Celebration tour. She shut her entire Instagram down and started over just for the Celebration tour. I don't see why. I mean, like, the old stuff is still there. Like, if you want to see what a picture with me with an interview from 2020, or like when I was out to dinner with the Maj Josephs from 2020. I mean, wouldn't you just keep scrolling back? Scroll. Like, isn't it better just to leave it there than to actually like delete it? I don't know. It's weird to me. I'm not deleting my Instagram, but apparently Morgan Wade and Kyle, a source says they're still very good friends, but Morgan like cleaned out she archived certain things in her Instagram to make way and room for a new upcoming project. Now let's just break this statement down. And by the way, if you archive something, like this is the same bullshit with Nene and Bethany. If you archive, so if Morgan archives 7 pictures with Kyle, they get archived off of Kyle's page as well if Morgan tagged Kyle. So like if you tag and share and do like a joint post with someone and then you archive it, and mention them, it gets archived on their Instagram page as well. And that is why it came off Kyle's. Okay, but here's the thing. Why are all your other fucking pictures still there? Like, why are you only archiving Kyle's pictures? Now, you could argue, because that's what lawyers do. They see every side of it. You could argue that the only thing distracting from your new project is the pictures with Kyle, because as Kyle says, the media has taken this and ran with it. So you could say, I don't want to distract from that. And the only thing distracting from that is this tabloid frenzy with Kyle Richards. I don't know if that's true, but there we go. I also don't even fucking care. I just don't care. I don't care. Dr. Nicole apparently is going to confront Adriana at the reunion, or she does, over my friend Anna. Now that she's watched the season and she sees that Adriana had ulterior motives in bringing Anna there. Anna was on this podcast. Anna's not mad at Adriana for basically using her to incite Marisol and Alexia. Does anyone care about this? Because the ratings are not high. But apparently Dr. Nicole, now that she's watched it back, gets it, and she's going to confront Adriana, or she did, because the reunion already happened. Speaking of Dr. Nicole, Annemarie, our girl Annemarie, who is growing on me. Hi, Annemarie. Annemarie apparently, well, not apparently, on Watch What Happens, she said, Annemarie said, blah, 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 esophagate. Dr. Nicole on Watch What Happens weighed in and said she was wrong. Annemarie said, you're clout chasing. Dr. Nicole said, clout chasing, the definition of it is going for someone bigger. And you're certainly not bigger than me in the Housewives world. Annemarie has now clapped back at Dr. Nicole and said, I stand by what I said. What I meant is you're clout chasing, wanting to be associated with the Beverly Hills franchise. This is the war of words between two very smart women. She's like, because Dr. Nicole's response was great. She's like, shouldn't you be attaching yourself to someone bigger? That's the whole definition of clout chasing. She's right. Annemarie has now said, girl, when I said clout chasing, I didn't mean me. I meant the Beverly Hills franchise. And have you seen your numbers? Look at our numbers. 1 point whatever, 1.1. What are the numbers on Miami? 400,000, 499,000. So girl, I meant, and numbers don't lie. I meant that you are trying to attach yourself to the whole Beverly Hills franchise because the numbers are more than double what yours are. Now, she didn't say all those words, but that's basically exactly what she said. Great clap back, Annemarie. Great clap back. Really liking this Annemarie. I'm really liking her. I can't help it. I don't love her. Everyone